everybody, this is Keith Gleason, host of Indie Comics Relay, creator of the Mighty Mascots, and promoter for the Plastic City Comic Con. And I'm here with another uh, Indie Comics recommendations for February. Before I get into that, just a quick reminder, Plastic City Comic Con is coming up Saturday, July 20th. $10 admission. You can't find a cheaper con at a big con at the cheapest price like this anywhere. Outside of the US, $10, over 160 tables or something like that. And then we also are partnering with the hotel, so you can book your hotel room at the Hilton as well with a discounted block. Also on my Reckless Sidekick site, I updated our store so you can get all my comics now in bundles and just add them to the cart. Everything is on here. So if you're missing something from my collection, check it out. Use some of that tax money to check out some new comics. All right. So I've been doing these videos for a little while now. I think at least over a year now. And it's basically I go through the Diamond Previews catalog every month. I'm old school like that, So I do my order through DCBS. But as I'm doing the order, I always check and see what cool comics that I could recommend to you guys that I notice, stuff that I'm going to order, stuff that I may wait till it's in paperback form. And then, just anything that I think looks cool that should get a mention, and every month I find about 5 or 6 titles that I think are worth your time and worth a look, and so just, take a look at what I'm offering and then, go from there, so. But all right, I'm gonna get right into it because we have a lot this month, a little more than normal. So I'm gonna start with this first one. This is Uncanny Valley #1 of 6. This is by Boom Studios, and it's a 6-issue miniseries, $5 an issue. It's written by Tony Fleecs, which is one of my new favorites working in comics. You've seen me rave about Local Man, about Strays, and he's got a new one coming out called Feral that looks really cool. And then I've been enjoying his Army of Darkness Forever miniseries too from Dynamite Comics. But this looks cool. It's like a kid is the main character, and it's like a story about family secrets and superpowers. And just looking at the image, it looks like these like cool cartoon characters. This is something right up my alley, And it looks really cool. You can see the Street Fighter guy, and this looks like Yosemite Sam and stuff like that. So me, I love my parody, not parody, but homage characters. I mean, Mighty Mascots is built on that. So check this out. If you want to order Uncanny Valley and put it on your sub with your local comic store, what you do is you give them these diamond codes that are up here. They usually start with an abbreviation of the month. So you just let them know that to order this for you, put it on your pull list, and get pre-orders just help with stores knowing how much of an interest there is for a book, and also guarantee you a copy so you don't miss it. Or you could use this new diamond pull list feature where I think you can just, any stores that are connected to it, you can order directly from the Diamond website. So it's worth checking out, So, all right, moving on. Second book this month is William of Newbury #1. This is from Dark Horse Comics. This is written and drawn by Michael Avon Oeming, and it's $4.99 per issue. I don't know if this is an ongoing series or a mini series. It does not say here. But if that name sounds familiar to you, that's because Michael Avon Oeming is the artist behind Powers with Brian Michael Bendis, which is such a great series. He also was the artist on a little series I love from DC called Cave Carson. It was out when they were doing the Young Animal imprint. And I love that series. If you haven't read that, go seek it out. It's really good. It's just done in the old school style of like a Vertigo comic and like Swamp Thing or something like that. But this looks great. And he's done like books before with how do you say it? Anthropomorphic. I can't speak today. You know what I'm talking about with this. So he's done a series called The Mice Templar too. So he likes doing these series with like animal characters, and this one looks cool. It's like it's supposed to be grounded in some kind of real events that happened in the 12th century, and it also says it's like Hellboy meets Redwall. I don't know what Redwall is, but I love Hellboy, so this could be a lot of fun. This cover is very intriguing with the skeleton, and love the watercolor look of it. So I like Michael Avon Oeming's art. I mean, it's very Batman animated style. I really love it. So this looks cool. So definitely check that out. If you want to add William of Newbury to your sub, you would give them this diamond code and tell them ICR sent you. All right. Moving on to our next book. This is Lester of Lesser Gods, #1. This is also a Dark Horse title. This is $3.99, and it looks like it's a 3-issue miniseries. And it's written by Eric Powell and Lucky Yates, who I guess is a voice actor for like animated series such as Archer and things like that. And I guess I was reading the description for this book. It is a scrap. I guess they were going to do an animated pilot or an animated short of this going 10 years back, and they've retooled it and now they've made it a comic book, and it looks kind of fun. It's like it's basically like, it looks like Odin's like loser son. It's like a larper, and it definitely feels like something Eric Powell would come up with. So this cover is very intriguing, looks very fun, looks very funny. So yeah, this looks really cool, and I've always liked his work on the Goon. So anything Eric Powell touches, I'm curious. The one I need to get soon is I want to read that Ed Gein book that he did. It's like a hardcover book. I just never bought it because it was, at the time I didn't have the money to spend on a hardcover, but I got to get that soon because that's one of the spots in my reading that I haven't read from Eric Powell. So I need to get that one soon. But this looks great. Lesser Gods. If you want to order that, this is the diamond code that you would give to your retailer. Tell them that you want this series. All right, moving on to our next book. This is Officer Clawsome, graphic novel, volume 1, Crime Across Time. This is written by Brian Smith and my good friend, artist Chris Giarrusso from Mini Marvel fame. And he also had G-Man, another fun comic. And I have seen him post pictures of this on Twitter and stuff, or X. And it just looks like it plays to all of Chris Giarrusso's strengths. So if you never read anything by Chris Giarrusso, it's fun, family-friendly stuff. And this Officer Clawsome is pretty cool. It looks like it's a lobster cop. Reminds me of like Fish Police or something. Remember that old indie series, Fish Police? But it has like a fun art style to it, and I just adore Chris Giarrusso's artwork. It's very I've heard, me and my buddies often described it. It's got like the power of Jack Kirby, but also mixed with like Charles Schultz. It's got that fun kind of great combination to it. And Chris Giarrusso is one of those talents that I think should be a lot bigger. He's very underrated, and Officer Clawsome looks fantastic. So check this out. It's a graphic novel, so it's $15.99. But if you have like little ones that you're trying to get into reading, I often hear, even with Mighty Mascots, that there's not enough kids books out there. So here's one that's worthy of your attention. All right. So if you want to get that one, check out the diamond code right here. Tell them that ICR sent you. And this is also from Harper Valley, which is, I guess, an imprint that does the young reader graphic novels, stuff like that. So check that one out, Officer Clawsome. All right, moving on. So then this one is like, so this is a 3-fer. So I'm getting all 3 of these. I think we'll start right here with Geiger. So Ghost Machine is the new imprint by Jeff Johns. It's been kind of going on for the last couple of years. They did Geiger, a first miniseries, and then they had a second miniseries called Junkyard Joe. And then there was another Geiger 2-parter that came out. And then most recently, they did a Ghost Machine one-shot, which is almost like a preview book for all the different series that are going to be coming out from Ghost Machine. So Jeff Johns kind of took his beginning stuff here and built it into this new Ghost Machine universe with a lot of great creators coming on board to do different books, and 3 of them are premiering in April. And this is the first one, Geiger, which I love. I love the idea. He looks kind of like was it Derek Powers from Batman Beyond, that villain with the glowing skeleton, but he's like basically a man forged by like a nuclear explosion, and he has these 2 rods that go in his back that stop him from like going nuclear and basically blowing up a large area. But he takes them out when he needs to get tough, and this series sounds very much like the Incredible Hulk TV series. Like he's going to be walking the earth looking for a cure, and he has like two or three headed dog that I forget if it's 2-headed or three. No, it's 2-headed, I think. Wolf that is his companion that comes with him, and they run into all kinds of craziness, kind of like Mad Max meets like superheroes. So yeah, Geiger, that's starting in April. And then also the other one, there's a couple here. Rook Exodus, this is another one Jeff Johns is writing with Jason Fabok. Fabok, I think is how you say it. They did Batman 3 Jokers together, and this one looks really cool. It's a sci-fi series. It's got something to do with terraforming. There was like all these people that went to another planet, and then things fell apart and went into disaster. But they have these weird helmets that they can control different animals. And yeah, it just looks like a fun, like, sci-fi adventure. So anything that Jeff Johns and all these great artists get involved in, I definitely want to check it out. So Rook Exodus is also out in April as well. This is the diamond code on here if you want to order this, or just most of your stores are going to probably have the Ghost Machine stuff. It's the creators are pretty well known, and I think most stores are going to carry it, but you don't want to leave that to chance, so give them the diamond code, tell them you want to grab all these books. And the final one that I'm really excited about, been excited for this one for a while, is Redcoat. Now this is also a Jeff Johns written story. Brian Hitch will be doing the artwork on it. And it kind of, I've read a little bit of this. He's made they've alluded to his appearances in some of the Geiger and Junkyard Joe stuff. And it's basically an immortal warrior that was, he became immortal in 1776, Redcoat. It reminds me a lot of some of the stuff I read from Eternal Warrior and Valiant Comics, where it's like just a guy, he can die but he's resurrected, and during his resurrection he has like memories of his past and things like that. And it's also him trying to find his meaning in life, and why he has this power. Does he have other powers besides immortality? The way he's described, he's kind of like described a little bit like John Constantine, where he's this very unlikable guy that tries to be charming kind of thing, so this one looks great, and I love Brian Hitch's artwork, so I'm definitely in for this one. I'm in for all 3 of these, actually. I think they all look great. So if you want to get Redcoat, this is the diamond code. Give it to your retailer and tell them you want to grab all these Ghost Machine books. They all look incredible. So, all right, moving on to our last book from this month. It is Universal Monsters: Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives. This looks cool. It's by Image Comics and part of Skybound Entertainment's imprint, part of the Universal Monster imprint. Written by Dan Waters and Ram V. Art by Matthew Roberts and Dave Stewart. Now, this is a $4.99 book, and I think if it follows suit like the Dracula book that came out from James Tynion, it's probably going to be about 4 issues. I know my wife is super excited. She's a huge fan of The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Sometime I'll make a video of her art collection. She has a ton of sketch cards and like drawings and stuff of the creature that she's gotten from great comic artists and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we're both excited for this book. Now, Ram V is one of those guys. I've read some of both him and Dan Waters stuff. They've both been kind of hit and miss with me. Although I do enjoy Ram V's Detective Comics, I think he's doing a great job on that book. So I'm looking forward to this. I think this is cool. It's supposed to take place after the film, and yeah. Oh, actually, it's some preview pages, so let's check those out here as well. Looks like a alternate cover. Yeah, this is great. The artwork is really good. Yeah, this looks cool. Like it's got a nice style to the. Yeah, this looks fun. So yeah, I'm definitely in for that. The I was gonna say this I even love this cover. They have some sketch covers too, so we might get a couple sketch covers so that my wife can do some Creature from the Black Lagoon stuff. I think that'd be great. So yeah, and like if it follows suit like the original Dracula miniseries that just came out from Tinian, that was really good. So I hope this is as good, you know. So we'll see. But all right, everybody, that's it for this episode of Indie Comic Recommendations for February 2024. I'm your host, Keith Gleason. I join us every other week for our Indie Comics Relay Live. It's usually Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. We have a chat, we have indie guests, and we just talk comics and our love of comics. And we always, have a nice guest on. We learn about them and their projects and things like that. Really fun episodes to check out on the channel. Like, subscribe, share this video if you think anyone would like it and get something out of it. And most importantly, read some comics. All right, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.